Let's face it, this is Education Watch, your program that gives commentary on matters education across the country. We are now delving into matters of the government capitation to high school to aid in fee payment. It is on record that the government has only been giving 17,000 per year per student in our high schools, while what is in the books is that the government ought to pay 22,000 for each and every student. So our big question today is, where have they been taking the 5,000 that brings the shortfall? Even as we talk, there are issues of inflation, and still there is need even to get this capitation higher. But again, that is beside the point. What we are asking today is, where has the government been taking the 5,000 that is supposed to bridge the gap between 17,000 and to 22,000? The principals are now threatening to increase the school fee in third term if the government fails to give the 22,000 that the government ought to give to each and every student. These are things that we're asking because remember that anytime we have this kind of shortfall, the principal begin to have problems with suppliers, and running the schools becomes very difficult. The principal sometimes do not have any alternative but to send the students back to their parents to get the fee when the government fails to get or to pay its capitation, which is 22,000 per student. Another problem that we want to focus on this piecemeal payment that actually affects the running of schools. Even as little as the 17,000 that the government pays per student, the mode of payment has always been erratic. It is unpredictable. The principal do not even know when the money is supposed to come to schools. This makes the running of the schools extremely difficult. So we want to ask our government to actually be responsible enough to pay the 22,000 that is on the books, and also to deal with issues of delay when it comes to the payment this money, because remember, the principals have to deal with suppliers, and when suppliers are not paid in good time, it becomes extremely difficult to run our schools. That is one fact. Number two is the question of capitation to our students who are actually at the university. It is becoming a problem. We are asking a question: what was wrong with the previous capitation model, which was running smoothly without any hitches? But the current one has run into a lot of problems, probably because the task force that recommended this model of capitation did not look into some other details that they needed to have actually looked into. Remember, this model is considered extremely expensive, and that is one of the reasons why the Gen Z is actually on the streets. Most of these Gen Zs actually in our universities, our middle-level colleges, and they feel the strain. There has been a report that so many students no longer find learning at the university tenable. Actually, many of them who have qualified for the university admission will resorting to TVET because university using the modern or the current model is extremely expensive. And these are things that we need to look into so that we don't collapse our education system. So CS Machogu, let us be realistic. We are asking this because there are a lot of things that are happening in the education sector that can easily lead to the collapse of our education system. Let us deal with the issues of capitation. Let us look into the model of capitation at the university and the model of capitation in high school so that we stabilize our education system. Thank you very much. And may God bless you as we continue to give you insights into matters of education across the country. Be blessed.